Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Doing another product review today. We tried out some realistic water from All Game Terrain, which is Woodland Scenics, in one of our other videos and didn't have a lot of success with it. So we were just going to do some comparisons between some other readily available water effects, Vallejo's water texture and AK's still water. What we did was put 1/8 of an inch in each cup. We're going to find out who's the best right now. Through the magic of YouTube, it's been 24 hours. We let these set up overnight and then some to see how they would turn out. And they're largely the same. Now, I know we talked about in my other video where we had a problem with the All Game Terrain from Woodland Scenics pulling apart and climbing the sides here. But we can see that in the Woodland Scenics one here, they all dry to kind of this little squidgy caulk-like substance, but theirs did seem to try to climb the sides of the cup just a little bit more than the Vallejo or the AK. They're all pretty clear. I think the Vallejo water texture is actually the clearest one of all of them, at least from our small samples that we've done here. The AK being second and the All Game Terrain just being a little bit cloudy. My recommendation overall, if you want some quick water textures, would be the AK or the Vallejo. Or you could go with the tried and true standby of just paint it blue with some wave highlights and then use a gloss varnish over top of it. The water effects are good for actually like doing like fill-ins, but like if you're just painting like a plastic model that has water molded into it, you can do pretty well with some gloss varnish. Another cool thing you can do with this is mix in some pigment. I use Talisar Blue from Citadel to make this a blue water effect. The only thing you gotta watch though is I caught a little air and mixing this in, so some of the air bubbles were present in the side. They didn't quite all level out. So that is one thing you'll have to watch if you want to pigment or color your water effects. And of course, different companies actually make specialized pigments for the water effects. I know Woodland Scenics makes several different color effects for their realistic water. But the one thing is, when it dries, it's going to be very squidgy. Because it's soft like that, you can see that there's indentation there just from a little bit of pressure from the end of this. But yeah, from this second test of all these different colors, they're all pretty much the same. I'm still a big AK fan just because you get a lot more of it in the bottle. But that's about it. A little easier to apply with the AK and the Vallejo have the needle applicators on them, so you can just kind of apply it where you need to be. This one kind of burned me the first time I used it. The second time I've used it, it's been okay though, so I'm a little leery. I think Vallejo is the clearest of them when they dry clear. Some other water effects that are available on the market are actual spreadable gel style effects. Vallejo makes these, and they're almost like a prep material like you'd see for like a canvas prep, but it's a soft gel. I've only messed with these types a little bit. They are not good over wide surfaces from what I can tell, but if you're just trying to do like a little glossy effect on something, they're good for that. And you can make wave tips with these on a small diorama. And this is one from Ammo of MIG. They have different colors available, different hues. This is supposedly Pacific blue, so you can see where it's almost like a paste in there. So that wouldn't be good for pouring or filling in, like in our case where like we were filling in buckets or like little basins or tankards or anything. But like for like doing like a little pool or something, or a pond, or I don't know, whatever, you can make like little ripple effects with this gel. So this has its place. It's just not something I use all the time. AK obviously makes theirs. I'm not going to open this one up because it's got a zip seal on it, but it's literally the same thing as those other two. Then you got the resin water effect from AK. Now this is a 2-part epoxy mix that dries rock hard and you can layer up. Now I have used this to do these water bases on my Beastmen to make it look like they're stomping through a swamp. This stuff dries. It is rock hard when it dries, but you got to make like a form. Like I did these by running some blue painter's tape around the edge of the base and then I mix my resin in a cup and then pour it on the base, and it basically kind of self-levels. You can see where it crept up the sides just a little bit, and that'll happen. And this is also a thermal reaction, so it gets a little warm, and I notice on wider bases, the heat would actually kind of cup the base a little bit. That was an issue I had with resin water, but for small bases or doing plinths for busts, this stuff is honestly the best. You can get really cool depth effects with the resin water, but it is a much more involved process to use. So for quick applications, the stuff that comes in these bottles is much more convenient as far as what I've found in my travels. Anyway, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out our website, hardknocksgames.com. We'll see you next time. Bye.